Welcome back to our channel. So we have some juicy stuff for you guys today. The dude in the White House managed to pull off an exit strategy out of Afghanistan, which was a failure, a bigger failure than his existence. So, not to mention, like a few episodes ago, we mentioned about Bagram Air Base being completely deserted, which whoever the hell his advisors are, who the hell is advising this idiot to shut down the airbase and have an extraction extraction vantage point at the international airport, Karzai International Airport. So what happened? Billions of dollars worth of equipment, Humvees, MRAPs, weapons.
$85 billion to be exact. And that's a rough estimate by Pentagon.
Right, and according to Pentagon, these are demilitarized, or whatever that means. That means they are out of commission. They're not functional. So they say. I don't believe a word that's coming out of their mouth, saying that these.
Some of them might be the equipment that was at Kabul airport. Probably they destroyed internal like a cabin or just electronics.
Maybe.
But they had, let's say,
do you believe them?
Helicopters all over the place, so they didn't only
do
have
you
in
believe
Kabul.
Them?
The ones in Kabul airport, it is possible.
The larger airplanes, maybe they were decommissioned long time ago.
Just unplug the battery.
Yeah, the solar system. They're gonna hook up. But they might have decommissioned some of the larger airplanes, helicopters, MRAPs, Humvees, or whatever. But they still got the weapons. They still got 385,000 items just in machine guns and like M4s and saws and
light
whatever.
arms.
Yeah. So Taliban took over. Taliban basically told the U.S. go screw yourself in 10 days, and we left. We lost the war. Taliban won. So put that in the history books. Taliban won the war. We should have gone in, do our thing, get rid of freaking Osama, and get the hell out. Oh, Taliban was going to take over anyways. This was not something that we should have stayed there for 20 years. But the issue lies here. I am very, very concerned about the thousands of Afghans being dropped off at in Washington D.C. Dulles Airport near Washington D.C. They're floating around unchecked. They're going wherever they want. No vaccines, no mask, no no COVID checks, and 20th anniversary of September 11th is right around the corner. This is what concerns me. I have a really bad feeling that something bad's going to happen.
And they already, like 6 or 16 people, they already captured them that they're on terrorist watch list.
Oh, and one of the individuals who actually made it back to the U.S. was a rapist.
Yeah, well, that's
deported rapist.
Yeah, but that's
deported rapist, and he's back here. He jumped on the plane. He's back here. We brought him back.
Probably can run as a certain political party's congressional aide or.
Virginia is about to have.
Yeah. Jesus.
Oh, jeez, man. All jokes aside, guys, but this is what we're dealing with. I've never seen so much destruction in 8 months. So I've never seen so much destruction and chaos in 8 months, from inflation, from gas prices, from unemployment, from
erosion of individual freedoms,
Afghanistan, foreign policy, all these vaccine mandates. Like, it's chaos.
It's not vaccine.
Shot mandate. Chaos.
Injection mandate.
It's chaos.
It's not.
It's freaking chaos. This guy's been in office for 8 months. Not even 8 months yet.
Yeah.
What the hell's happening?
It is, it is what it is. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes at these next few months. Honestly, the way it goes, I have a feeling like they're openly discussing about, removing the president due to 25th Amendment. Did you watch the thing that I sent? So there was a hot mic, and Speaker Nancy Pelosi got caught. Thought that the cameras were off. They said President Biden was trying to answer a question. Obviously he's incapable of doing that in a prolonged session. But so Nancy Pelosi, caught off guard, say, no, we don't want him to talk. We don't want him to talk.
Look,
So
guys,
that's crazy. This is like a twilight zone.
if anybody has been paying attention, I've been saying this. Come November time, since midterm election starts on that time, they're gonna impeach him. Not impeach him. Sorry, they're gonna remove him under the 25th Amendment. And if you were paying attention while Trump was in office, Nancy Pelosi stated that she's creating a 25th Amendment committee, and when they asked her, is it for Trump, she said no. So the dude
They knew what was coming.
the dude who's been implanted in the White House is about to get removed. Kamala's going to come in his place, and who's going to be the VP? That's going to be the tricky part. The spineless Republicans, they're not going to do anything. These people are just as useless as the Democrats. We're just going to see the deterioration of this country, guys. It's sad. It's very, very sad. I love this country, man. This country has given me so much. It's given both of us so much stuff. And we're seeing the deterioration of this country firsthand. And I just want to know what the hell's going through these people's heads.
How many things are people that have taken freedoms and all these incredible advantages for granted, and they never had to fight for it, and now is a wake-up call. So if you don't fight for it, you're going to lose it, and you're going to lose it fast.
They're not. It's not even a wake-up call, man. Everyone's asleep.
So I'm just saying. I mean, that's the reality. And I always say, you look at Taliban, 20 years. So these 20 years, these are not the same Taliban the same was 20 years ago. It's their kids or some of their young. But I'm just saying, they are very, they truly believe in what they believe in, and they're ready to die for it. Mm-hmm. We don't have that here. I mean, to be honest, we don't have that. Okay, if I say,
we do. Look,
I mean, to an extent, but
they have the ideology.
We'll see. I mean,
they have the jihadist ideology.
It's not jihadist.
It is jihadist.
You can believe in this like a camera.
No.
You have to have faith in something. If
right.
you don't have like
so jihadist is faith.
core belief in something, then you are not going to be putting your life on the line.
I get it, but for them, jihad is faith.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
committing jihad for them, it's in the Quran.
Right, that's a religious justification. All I'm saying is,
we have wokeness here.
Taliban is a tribal. It could be, if they didn't have the religion, it would be just their tribe. They would still fight and die for their tribe.
I get it. I get it.
Like Kurds, they do. For tribal fights, they die for their tribe.
That's totally fine.
So, I mean, you have to have
we're talking about
faith and
no. We're talking about ideology. We're talking about what drives these people. What drives Taliban to do what they do? It's ideology. It's jihad. For them, committing jihad is the ultimate sacrifice. So this is how you get brainwashed, right? So either at small age or during teenage years or adulthood, they like, hey, you need to do jihad. Jihad is the way of Islam. Jihad is this. Jihad is that. Basically, go kill yourself for
it's
Islam.
A situation right now is we have discussed it. This is like a cultural problem, right? It's a cultural problem.
But look, it's been around for decades.
Yeah, because the enemies have been perverting the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Because the enemies have always been foreign. It's always been
decades.
foreign.
But I'm saying now, the enemy is doing what the enemy does. The question is, what do we do and what the people here do, people that they love this country, what are they going to do? Are they going to take it? What's going to happen? What's going to be the end result?
Well, right now...
And if people, they don't have resolve to core values that they say they believe, but if they don't have the core belief, so then obviously it would be like you would have the best athlete. Somebody would have gifted talents, incredible height, physical prowess, everything. But they're not winners. They don't have it in their gut to fight hard and get to that past that championship level and just actually finish the job. You know what I'm saying? So as a culture, I feel like we have incredible potential, we have incredible tools, incredible capabilities, incredible people, but it's been demoralized. You know what I'm saying? And through enemy, not necessarily because I want to be demoralized or just I want to be unhappy, but 24/7 this demoralization, which we talked about, the culture of perversion, is like a poison, injecting little by little. Now is more and more injecting into the society, and unfortunately we are seeing the result. And at some point it has to stop, and it's not going to stop just because you say, enemy, stop, don't do this anymore. You know what I'm saying? The enemy could be domestic and foreign. The domestic ones are mostly useful idiots that they are brainwashed by the enemy's poison.
Yep.
This cultural revolution, whatever they call it, the Marxism. Some of them are intentionally truly hate this country. So that's actually is a domestic enemy. In the history of this country, that's actually just a war. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's very clear. What the punishment for that would be. Any country that you go, if you are committing treason to the core values of that country, no country is going to take it easy. We discuss it. You just go to another country, try to burn their flag. See what happens. They don't necessarily do that because all flag is just made out of some holy things. Because they know if they don't answer that right there, if that person is not going to get punished, then that perversion is going to be more and more and more and more. Right? And I want to give a good example, finish by this. You are always hearing Iranian news, right? Iranian news. Despite all the sanctions, despite everything, Iran is getting stronger and is winning. They won the war, like in Middle East, now they're just a pretty much prominent military power, security power in the Middle East. What is the reason for that? The reason is because the ideology that they have, say it what we want to say, they do not allow, to a large extent, they fight hard tooth to nail to prevent cultural perversion getting their people, or at least their core supporters, away from those ideological regime elements. So even if in a society a lot of people they say, we don't like this regime, so be it. The ones that they are actually in power and their supporters, let's say the 20%, that they're true believers, those are true believers. They're ready to die. You know what I'm saying? They're ready to die.
Yeah,
Jihad. They're not over there, if you pay me, I might just go and just do a night shift. No, they're ready to die. And the reason for that is the only thing that's going to save the country is faith. We already talked about it. I thought about it a lot. Watch the Yuri Bezmenov lectures and all that. It is true. You have to have some sort of faith, very deep, ideologically rooted beliefs in the society as a whole in order to fight enemies' injections, poison that is being through cultural perversion. Despite all the effort, despite all the sanctions, they have been holding tight because that they have the belief. And unfortunately, what I see is we are lacking that over here. We don't have the confidence, right? We have it. I mean, we believe it, but I'm just saying, not only you have to express it, but you have to enforce it.
Yeah.
And enforcement comes from education. You don't allow communists to come and just take over your school system. Why should we take our kids out of school system because they're teaching garbage? So it has to be backlash at some point. But I'm just saying, these people, they're not going to stop just because you say stop. Seriously, I mean, some dire measures have to be taken. Mm-hmm. The sooner that happens, it's going to be more peaceful. The later that's going to happen, unfortunately, is going to cause more mayhem and chaos.
I mean, look what's happening in our own country right
because
now.
it's like taking care of your illness. If you don't treat it right, if you don't treat it early, then you're going to end up with surgery and possibly amputation.
Decapitation.
Okay? Amputation, that's true.
But
When
look,
you
guys,
when you have illness, you have to treat it on the spot. You have to fight the virus right away. If you don't, then it's gonna be you're gonna be on ventilators.
It's 80% ideological, 20% action. That's how it is.
Right.
It takes time for you to ideologically change your mind. Then once the ideology you've changed your mind, then it turns into action. The rest of it is action. What takes time is for you to shift to that ideology. Anyways, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit the share button, subscribe to our channel, share this with your friends and your family. Become part of this group.
This country is great, let's just stick together.
Let's all
fight for it.
Let's all get educated together. Let's all make the right decisions as we go.
Read about the history,
read about the histories and all that. God bless you.
Don't be shy about defending it.
Yes, don't be shy. God bless you guys. We'll see you guys later.
America.